Let us understand how to create filters. Let us consider classifieds as an example towards understanding filters. The classifieds would have a typical filtering process by the state, category, and the pricing, and you could also define even by the location and so on. So for now, I have predefined dataset of classifieds. Let us start by creating our filters in the form. These are the labels that go into the UI: select state, category, and pricing, for which we would look for the alignment. It is centered and left. Similarly, the input or the filters are centered and right aligned. Importantly, there are three things to consider here. One, the format of the input. There is a text. Second, we need to define the data range that has to be picked up by the Xlapp. So that is this range. For Xlapp to understand the range, we need to name the range, that is states. Then the UI has to understand what is the items that needs to go into the drop down list. So that is under data validation. We have defined the list items that have to be in the UI. So to define, the third step is to define the filter. The filter is on states. We are listing it and we are applying filter on top of it. We follow the same procedure, the three steps on categories as well. We understand the format is text. Then we need to define the range that should be understood by the Xlapp engine. Now that is categories. Next we need to understand whether the UI has been listing. Next we need to define the data range for the UI that is already defined. And third, we need to apply the filter, that is categories dot list dot filter. Third, instead of providing a list, like our pricing could range from 0 to 1 lakh, so we don't need to provide a list for that. We could provide a range slider. So for that, we could define the range on the left hand side that starts from, first let us understand the type of the format of the cell. It is a number. Then on the left hand side, the range starts from 1 lakh. On the right hand side, the upper limit is 1 lakh. Now we need to define that this is a filter for Xlapp. So where is our filter for price? This is the range. To define the range, we need to name it as price. And then on this, we need to set the filter, that is range slider dot filter. And we have our Excel ready to be uploaded. The filters defined form the input. The filters defined highlighted here are part of the input, and the data set highlighted here are part of the output. So let us preview the application. Here we have Tamil Nadu. I'm selecting real estate. Data range could be 22,000 to 100,000. I believe there is no data available in that range. For TN it is 10,000, 20,000. Oh, there is no data set for TN. Let us select Rajasthan. Rajasthan real estate. Go. So it is listed it for Rajasthan. So this is how we define our filters.